Oh, hey. Hey there. Welcome back. It's 2026. I'm still in the same position, standing here in my garage, working on the same GoPed, trying to make it faster. Now, if you watched the last video, you might be asking yourself, could it go any faster? And maybe not, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try our very hard to make it go so fast. One thing I'm going to try to get some more speed out of this is a pipe like this. So this pipe is pretty much identical to this one. Obviously, you can see there's one major difference there. And this baffle cone section is completely different, but the rest of it is all the same. What I'm expecting with this pipe is that we gain some low end, lose a little bit of peak horsepower, but then gain some over rev past peak horsepower. So it'll be interesting to see if it works out. Let's get into the live action. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to fall, but you out. You don't need to fall, but you out. Your own fault. You don't need to fall, but you out. You don't need to fall, but you out. Your own fault. You don't need to fall, but you out. You don't need to fall, but you out. Your own fault. You don't need to fall, but you out. So right here testing. Beautiful day today. The rain finally stopped. Bottom end on this feels really good so far. Had a little warm up. So all we really need to confirm is, does it still have the top end as before? Let's go and find out. So we're going to test the Super Sport today with the Trevor Simpson 31.5. I've done a pipe swap. We'll put the Bigfoot pipe on there just to see how it runs. Should have a heap more RPM over the other pipe. Maybe suffering some low end, but we're going to test it. We're going to see how she rips, see what sort of RPM we get today.
So that was a solid little rip. The bottom end on that pipe is no worse on this engine, which is pretty cool. I think probably because it's a smaller spindle. We've got an 850 spindle on there, and a little bit better top end. So overall, that's quite a good combination there. I quite like that. And 18690. So that's a little bit of an improvement over the other pipe with no bottom end loss. So, and that's also mid-bleed pipe as well, which is a little bit quieter on the ears. So pretty happy with that. Not to mention the purple color on the pipe actually suits the frame quite well. So pretty stoked on that setup. That's pretty solid. I have a feeling my tire was actually coming off the rim a little bit. I'll need to glue that back on and send it for another rip. Really good test day today. We got a lot of runs in, so I'm really happy with how both GoPeds are performing. The Super Sport ran really good with that pipe. A little bit more RPM, no loss down low. And the Bigfoot with this new pipe was really good. Has a really unique sound to it. I'd say it's actually even quieter than a mid-bleed pipe, which is cool. And the power delivery is super smooth. Still pretty strong through the mid-range, but nothing like the other purple pipe that was on here. It doesn't have a solid punch, it just kind of builds and builds and builds, which is really cool. So it was a really good test to do. And I think the design has some merit, and we can probably make a few more tweaks to this. That's something that I always say, I know that. But it's a really good platform to build from if you want a nice, solid power delivery. So super cool. Pipe's really starting to color up nicely. Really getting some temp into it. Looks like I lost the pipe spring though. Another project I got for 2026 is this heap of bit of an impulse buy, but it does have some good parts on it. We've got what looks to be an 80A HD frame. We've got some bolty forks on there. Got the OG wheel with some good bearings. We also have a sick pipe that's doing its own chrome delete, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like we've got a CY29 or GP290, something on there. And we've got a tank that's installed with the spaces on the outside. So this thing will get a full refurb. It looks like it's got a Black Magic spindle, maybe like an 800 with a third bearing support. The bars are all stock. I might have some other bars I can put on it, clean up this deck, sort the motor out, and that'll be another project for 2026. Something else that I've been working on is version 2 of the reeded LH. Version 1 was pretty good. I felt like it could have some small improvements here and there just to refine the power curve. It seemed to pull pretty well from the bottom, hit like a big flat spot at around 15k, and then just launch itself from there to about 17, and then just wind out to, I think the best RPM we got was 19,300 RPM. Version 1 had a 1mm stroke crank. This time we've gone with a 2mm crank and a long rod. I've machined a spacer here for that. We're using the same flywheel, which is an RC flywheel with the fins machined down on one side so it can fit underneath the LH fan cover. We're going to use the same reed as before, which is this Area RC reed with the 0.25 Pellini pedals. They seem to work pretty well as before. We've got the same billet adapter, the billet exhaust manifold. We've got the RC coil with the MSD lead. And you'll see here that we have a head kit assembly. So this will probably be version 3. Right now I'm just in the process of porting this, and that'll be my version 2. And if everything works as I expect it to, then I'll port the cylinder the same way. Now we have a 15:1 dome and a 16:1 dome. And I also have this 19:1 G2D head. So we might have a little play with some methanol fuel on that as well. Another project later in the year will be this Fujiwara 35cc kit. So I've had a quick look at these, and the ports are quite a bit bigger than a standard 320 cylinder. They got bigger transfers, a wider exhaust port. I haven't measured any port durations or anything yet, but these already look a little bit bigger overall. So I think one of these on a case reed should be able to pull a 1-inch spindle and hopefully achieve the same RPM as what I'm getting now. So that should mean some really good speed. So a lot of exciting things coming up in 2026.
As 2026, I don't know why I'm pointing at you. It's also detrimental. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking hell. Fuck me, fucking ass. Welcome back, mother. It's also detrimental. Oh my god, detrimental. Okay, so we have this bazooka. You're on the Dylan Grant YouTube channel, motherfucker. Is hey, what's your big idea? I keep pointing at this motherfucker too. Hey guys, I'm still pointing at you. I don't know why I keep pointing on this channel. So subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to like my videos. Otherwise my kids can't eat. I don't even know what to say. Get a pause.